Quack. Emotos against digital. I mean, could have fooled me considering the game key cards might as well just be digital. I wouldn't be surprised if, you know, if the next generation of PlayStations isn't digital only. Next generation of Xbox is 100% gonna be digital. So it's just a matter of time before digital is completely like everywhere. Prince Bowser, little bites. Oh, here, have some more milk. It's from an evil cow. Ah, Yoshi milk. Nothing quite like good cookies and evil milk. I was a little creeped out at first, hanging out in this ghost town, but then I realized there was no one to stop me from eating every cookie in sight. Yes! It's getting worse and worse from their greed? Yeah, they definitely are. Yeah, it's been great. Ah, baby alert. Grr, what are you chumps doing here? Aha! You followed me all the way here to swipe my treasure, didn't you, you scum? Huh? Not just the treasure? You wanted the cookies, too? You've got to be kidding. You stole the treasure in the first place. So you're the bad guys, duh. Yeah, those kids are gonna have diabetes. That kind of explains the brothers. You're the bad guys, duh. This is all this stuff stays... so all this stuff stays mine. This. And those. Stinky babies. Prince Bowser, take it easy. Yeah, Mario movies. Nintendo World. Cookies. Leave this travel to me. You just go walk it off your hungriness. Grr. You punks got lucky, hear me? Stealing food, who does that? You'll pay for those cookies. Oh, alright, fine. Kamek, I'm counting on you to finish those snackaholics. Phew. You guys are really starting to chat my shell. I gotta yank out all of those mustache hairs after I beat the cookies out of you. A read software layer?
Let's go.
Alright, before we use our... Maybe we try it. Oops. Let's try those smash eggs. That's really hard to... really hard to get used to. Yeah, wow. Oh, which one's the real me? Trying to see these... The one in the... This one, like, moves slightly different. Everyone else is, like, perfectly in sync, and he's not. I'm bad at getting this. Use the cannonballers. At least this one I can kind of do. trying to use the babies to jump there, those stupid. Then the files in disk in a certain way, and some interactive component. Load games off the Blu-ray by half installing. Guess we'll see. I wouldn't be surprised though, PS6 just discless, digital only. I mean, the PS5 Pro is already digital only. They have that like disc add-on, but there's no PS5 Pro with the disc built in, right? So that's kind of like, it's kind of them hinting at just going pure discless. So this one, I guess I can't do that. I can't do anything. There's nothing I could do there. Wait, how do we... Can we revive Mario? Oops. Back. Okay. I was pretty sure I hit the button there, but I guess it did enough damage to kill him. Didn't cost too much, yeah. Just the price of everything going up just really sucks. Yeah. It's just hard because, I mean, they expect you to, like, look at the screen, and I'm looking at the... By the time I can see it on the bottom screen, it's too late. I need to time it better by looking at the actual screen, not the capture. Yorg. Gonna make sure he's dead. Good job, babies. Unbelievable. Stupid dead end. You mushroom munchers. Eat my cookies, will you? Fine, I'll eat the treasure instead. Nope. Wow. Yum, those shards were delicious. Time to go inside Bowser. Wait, that's not... that's the next game. Hey, what are you... Lego? Oof. I love how we're just, like, helping beating up a baby. Switch 2. One day I'll pick up a Switch 2. Still waiting for some exclusive Switch 2 games. There's no exclusive physical releases on Switch 2 yet. RPGs, that is. King Kong! Nintendo's gonna get sued by Universal again. It's from Rampage. Right into some stomach acid. Oh god, not those crying babies. Make him stop.
Mario!
Wah.
Babies. Mario! Oh. Babies.
Cookies.
Oh yeah.
Didn't they just eat like a massive mountain of cookies? And some were inside that beast's gastric chambers. Just some fancy pillows. I made her ripped ass for a second. King Buzzard and his belly full of star shards would be in here somewhere as well. I suggest we find him and get out of here with all speed. Red, blue, and yellow. So there's a certain sequence that we need to find. It's a lot of beans. Sphincter says wood. If I can get this rolling, I should make a way out of here. Can't seem to budget on my own, though. Maybe you need a baby on your back. It does seem likely that rolling his giant stone down the hole will angulate the passage. There may be other Yoshis wandering around in here. I suggest we locate them. So many beans. It's all the beans. Jesus. So many beans. It's like the second healing thing I've seen the entire game. Those are so few and far between. I've yet to find the actual, like, need for the beans, but I'm sure once we're done this area, we'll probably find a need. Maybe I'll need the beans to, like, revive the Yoshis. 'Cause they'll sure give you a lot. I'll ask you to spill the beans. Help!
Let's go. Okie dokie.
Didn't press in time. Use the... Could use the hammer there. Yoshi! Huh? Escape? This is how baby Yoshis are made. Heave-ho. It's definitely pushing something hard. So hungry, need fruit. You got a piece of fruit. It's not a piece of fruit, it's just a fruit. It's an entire fruit. Yippee, fruit! Yes, I'm good to go. Now you have a Yoshi orgy going on over there. Hey, Macaw. How's it going? Money. Orgy. Yep. Welcome to the orgy. These are definitely some monster designs. Is that like a Goomba wearing like a head of like a decapitated head of a cow of a bull? Oh god, it comes back. Didn't expect the return. There you go. It's going good. Oh god. Wow. No experience for Mario. Stuff it down his gob. It's the cutest thing. Thank you very much. Those things hit hard when they get pissed off. I want to be drinking water. It's coming out of, like, some weird pipe. I don't know if I have to hit the dude or if I have to hit the UFO here, but... Definitely the UFO. Damn it. Not terribly hard now. Blammo.
Let's go. Okie dokie.
I know, right? The poor Yoshi that got converted into this gigantic creature there. Gonna have some huge stomach pains. Yeah, let's go with power. Alright, don't look at the number. Oh. Ah. Never lucky. Only getting like some 4s again in the stash. Don't look at it. 2, whatever. It's better than a 1. Your G continues. Seems very dangerous. It's basically like the fire flower, but with ice. Bad at timing that. So bad at timing these. No, not really. As long as the game is enjoyable. I don't need difficulty to enjoy the game. I'll take a nice, you know, leisurely stroll through a game over like a brutally difficult one. did that not hit him? Oh, come on. The hammer was like literally inside of one of those, and the game's like, nah, he didn't hit him. I cannot time that. These things seem to be pretty easy to stun with the hammer. Exactly. I mean, there's decent variety, you know, you're not always just fighting the same monsters over and over. So lots of variety and lots of cool looking areas and stuff. Alright, something there, and the Yoshi's in the middle one. You want to go to there because you're just going to fall into the pit, so right here first. How do we get out of here? We just jump into the pit? Nice knowing you, babies. Yeah, exactly. Yahoo! It's the one I found the fruit in. It was.
Let's go. Okie dokie.
It's a lot of cows. Can't land on their heads. Such tight timing. Alright, I'm probably gonna roll a 2. Oh, I'll take a 6. Come on, 1. Hope for a 1 you'll get something that's not a 1.
Let's go. Okie dokie.
I know, right? How are we gonna kill that dry bones? Can we kill it? You need to hit it with a hammer, maybe. Alright. So we want to not jump for some of those, I guess. It's the wrong button there. Puffy trousers. Fluffy, heart-friendly wool trousers made of the newest hip fabric. It's decent defense and HP up. I'll take it. I guess Mario probably needs the most HP. Well, they're about the same, actually. Who needs the defense the most? Mario as well. Guess it's Mario. What? How dare people put the OS they want on their computer? That's not allowed.
Let's go. Okie dokie.
Yeah, I finally hit it. Secret was USB-C port. Oh, I guess they gotta get rid of the USB-C port now. I'm surprised the MacBooks haven't gone completely portless at this point. No charging ports, no USB ports. You only get the you have to buy a new battery every time the battery goes dead at $500 a pop. Back to Maglock, yeah. Pretty much.
Let's go. Okie dokie.
Yeah, how dare their customers, like, use their computers the way they see fit? How dare they? Okay, I guess if when he jumps, you don't jump. You. It's a lot of these. Ugh, this looks like it's gonna be a nightmare. Why did they have to put like 50 of these? Like, I'm pretty sure we get the idea with like 4 or 5 of these. It's like you're not gonna randomly like stumble upon them when there's like, you know, 5 of them, right? want to make sure people don't guess the thing. Imagine you had to trial and error this thing. So it's like 3 times... So it looks like 16. What's 3 to the power of 16? It would take a while to, like... to just attempt this. The fat lady Breath of Fire 2. I don't remember that. Scary. Go, go, Yoshis. The orgy's almost over. There's gonna be a lot of new Yoshis in 9 months. Let's roll. Alright, I'm assuming that was his intestines. Now we're just gonna go out of his ass. That'll be fun.
Let's go. Okie dokie.
Did I leave the babies behind somewhere? I just realized I don't have the babies with me. Oops. Oops. Where are the babies? Get over here, babies. Can't change that one. Okay.
Let's go. Okie dokie. Let's go. Okie dokie.
That wasn't enough to kill him. Cannonballer. Bootoob.
Let's go. Okie dokie.
I don't know if there's any like baby specific things when I was using this. Probably is. Use the baby button to throw high. Okay. Yeah, the only upside of this one is if you're flying, you're hitting flying enemies. It just does more damage to flying enemies. Oh, damn it. Taking so much damage. Level 13. I didn't notice if they get a heal when they level up, so we'll find out in a second. Yeah, let's give him some defense. Wait. Ah, 5. Gotta not look at the screen. Back to 1s and 2s in the stash. They really want to give us health, considering giving anything lower than 3 there? I don't think I even see a 2. All these. Speed has a 1, but everything else is like... Power has a 1, but let's go with defense. Nice. Okay, so you definitely don't heal up when level up. Here it's still at 7. Let's go back to the heal point so we can save some shrooms.
Let's go. Oh, ducky.
We're almost at the butt. Alright, time to go in the poop chute. So we're not in the poop chute yet. This must be the large intestines. That was the small intestines. Maybe this is like multiple stomachs. It's like a cow. It would make sense for Yoshi's. Help! Blah! This is gross. Those are totally the testicles. Well. Ouch! Dark too. Yep. I guess more the ovaries. I'm stupid-mortified. There's an egg factory in the beast's dorsal cavity. This is vile fruit work. Must do whatever it takes to free captive Yoshis. Not only that, we need to find Bowser and his precious belly. Back to adventure.
Let's go. Oh, ducky.
Go too early. Kinball are ultra mushrooms now.
Let's go. Oh, ducky.
We need to give you iframes after you get out of the battle.
Let's go. Oh, ducky.
Snuck up on me. Trying to land on its head is really hard. Level 14. Alright. Defense, probably. I suppose the game hasn't given us, like, tons of, you know, stash points, but he is a baby. I mean, he's already fast enough. I don't think I need more speed. But I do get the biggest bonus in speed. Yeah, 6 extra speed. I wonder if I can get enough speed where I move twice before Luigi moves, kind of thing. Or before an enemy moves. Probably not. It's a pretty low bonus. Give me a lot of stash points. 2. It's like the lowest one.
Let's go. Okie dokie.
That's horrible. Guess we need more Yoshis. Don't get eggs wet. Whoa, tight fit. Hey, you're all here. Want to roll this thing? Is that it? Let's do it. Ew, that was gnarly. Aha, found you. Gotta roll another. Now we can move on. All right.
Oh no!
Those things are really good at aiming. So that's gonna wake up. What's in here? Oh, not these things again. Okay, like, this is way too many to fight as babies. I know we can run away, but man. Maybe I'll get good. I don't know how to, like, when to actually, like, press the button for the kick. I don't know if it's, like, just as it, like, transitions to the other screen, or... It's a little later than that, but not by much. This is where we die. Damn it. I can't get the timing on those. Yep. This is gonna hurt. Killed one of them. Uh-oh. He's super pissed. This is going well. I got this. I got this. Game over. My first game over. And that was rough. Which one is the... I don't know. As soon as I saw those, like, those are the worst enemies by far. Really? I don't know if I lost all that progress, like, in terms of experience and stuff. Or if I kept my XP by continuing. I don't know, what level was I? Not have a lot of health, for one thing. Yeah. As soon as I saw 4 of those guys, like, oh man, I'm screwed. They're so tanky and they hit so hard. And it's really hard to get the timing down to like counterattack them. Sure enough, got massacred. So I'm assuming continue was continue because all the enemies I had like killed up to that point are still dead. So. All this stuff is cleared, so yeah. Let's do that again. I don't know why I went back there. Slightly easier now. Revenge shall be mine. Not get the timing on those. God damn. As long as we stun them, it's not so bad. Once they get, like... Once they get pissed off, they do so much more damage. And it's so much harder to actually, like, successfully dodge. There, got my revenge.
Let's go. Okie dokie.
I need to get the timing down on these stupid smash eggs. So you can hold down the button ahead of time and try to let go. That's just the right timing, but I'm bad at getting that timing down. So bad at that one. These enemies are too tanky at this point. It's just gonna keep getting worse. I know, right? Bad rolled 6s every time. Too many 1s.
Go. Okie dokie.
I'm so bad at that. I hate this one. I can't counteract it. UFOs, no problem. Those stupid robot things, like every time, always fail. These guys are way too tanky. I'm gonna go down first. Down! Hold on, by Bogety. I'll bust you out of there. Hey, hang on. Who are you guys? What? Toadbert? Did you say my name's Toadbert? A toad from the Mushroom Kingdom, Princess Peach. Time machine?
Oh yeah.
How? The past is a total blank. Makes my mind hurt. I don't know how hard I try, I can't remember a thing. Except, you know, language and everything else. I always love how amnesia in like any sort of media is always, you know, they'll totally forget like who they are, where they came from, but hey, they'll totally be able to like speak the language and everything else. Wait, no, I just lied. There is one thing. Every once in a while, I did memory surfaces. I drew this picture of the image, my brain art. I honestly don't have a clue what this says. I'm guessing he used it as toilet paper as well. What I do know is that it scares my cap off. I guess the reason my memory is blank. I can't bear to remember. Got Toadbird's drawing. I want to keep that in a bag. One day I just woke up in the Yoshi's village, and a huge lizard snarked us all down. Huh? These eggs? My friends the Yoshis are trapped inside them. I'm gonna have some omelets. The Yoshis that were in the eggs are probably gonna be reborn as monsters. He says with a big smile on his face. I gotta hurry and get him out of there, but... There's this huge nasty thing in the back who's guarding the exit. What? You're gonna take that thing out? You out of your tree. It's big and scary, and it smells really weird.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. And who are you guys?
Let's go. Yo.
Let's go back this way. Where's the exit? Oops. Time to fail miserably again. Can't seem to get past 24, 25. It's so hard. This is for you. You got a 1-up super. Go on, take this. Drain badge. Recover a few HP depending on how many times you damage the foe. That sounds useful. I don't think I've ever fled battles, so... in battles where I totally should. Should be getting out of here soon, right? Here you go. 4 smash eggs. Here's some Yoshi eggs. Go smash them against the enemy's face. Must have food. Considering how fast those things mature. I mean, I guess there must be some unfertilized Yoshi eggs. You often see just some Yoshi eggs just laying around, so... I'm sure they taste like other lizard eggs. No idea what lizard egg tastes like, but you don't hear people ever speaking of eating lizard eggs, so they're probably not exactly delicious by any stretch of the imagination. Don't you harm those eggs. Just let them go by boggity. Sorry to interrupt, I just had to see if I could help out.
Bye-bye. Luigi!
Grr. Hey, lip here. Yeah, you. Don't just lay there. Get me out of here.
Let's go!
Oh, those babies are dead. Nope. 15, that was horrible. .22. Wow, this guy's really tanky. Alright, so obviously that's what you need to do. I'm so bad at that one. Yeah, it's really hard. It's so hard to like to do that thing and like with the baby. I mean, it's hard enough to do it without the baby. With the baby, it's like fuck. It's like good luck. Probably want a cannonballer now. Maximum damage. He's still not dead. There's no point in even hitting those eggs. It's not like they do anything different if you hit them. Definitely made the enemies a little too tanky. Got a smash egg bag, I guess. Must have been that that one badge they can sometimes give you back items. Go with power. Don't look at the screen. Ah. Never lucky. Well, power is minimum of 2, so I'm gonna get a 2. At least I didn't get a 2, but could have had a 6. It's definitely the poop chute. Oh, yes. If we go into this hole, we'll be free. I don't know if I want to go to that hole. There's clearly a sphincter there. To the exit. We'll gather the rest of the eggs. You go on ahead. Okay, go down the poop chute first. And those trees clearly have testicles. Whee! Yep, definitely came out of its ass there. Good thing there's clean waters we can use here. Well, we were able to perform a dashing escape, weren't we? An adventure-filled escape from a massive pink horror. Looking Monstrostroid isn't moving anymore, is it? Get a headache? Oh, that sucks. Hopefully it goes away. Let's surmise that the eggs supply that big hungrinator with energy. Yes, indeed. Better hurry and get these eggs back to the village where they belong, by Boogity. Oh, seems like they somehow know we've all made it home. Come on, everyone. Let's just return to the village, see what's happening. Wahaha. More cookies. Listen up, lizards. I'm the one who saved you. Me. So make with the gratitude and the goodies, too. Thanks a bunch, pal. Thank you. Thank you. Eating all of Yoshi's cookie. How's he gonna make a video game now? This is not happening again. Let me just guess. You're here for the cookies? I'll scarf them all before I let you touch a single crumb. Pork. Blah. Urgh. Blarf. Look, magic. He's amazing. Oops. Whoa, no wonder. I forgot I'd eaten those. Wait, what? What's going on? Yow! Well, it's better they came out of that hole, not the other hole, because that probably would have hurt. Ow. Awesome. Our hero can fly. You're the best. Yes, you recovered 2 cobalt star shards. For the love of luggage, those cobalt star shards hold a pugilistic power. There's no record of this in my databanks. I believe we made an important discovery. We're pretty sure that Toadbird's drawing contains some special secret as well. Let's return to our own time and confer with the professor. Back to adventure. Listen up, Yoshis. Screws here saved you, not that little piggy. It was an egg all the whole time by Boogity. Seriously? Yep, I saw it all, every bit of it. Those guys rock. Oh, wow. Thanks, you guys. Seriously. Yoshi! Yoshi! So many Yoshis. Alright, what's next? We're a long way from level 99. I wonder what the maximum level is in this. And if there is level 99, I just know that somebody out there will probably grind up to level 99. Which would be insane. Something found a use for these beans. Remember, like in previous one, question mark? I think it was Professor Gadd, like made some coffee with them or something, wasn't it? But there was like different kinds of beans too, I think. Let's see if there's any new gear. Shell slacks, egg pants. Buy one pair. Or if I should wear the other pair or buy another pair. I'm sure we'll get an upgrade. We'll keep the puffy trousers for now. Oh, no. I don't grind. I mean, most RPGs, like if they, let's say there's a level 99 cap, usually you're gonna be like 50, 60 by the end of the game. In this game, I'd be surprised if you didn't even hit that. It's not like you're leveling up very quickly in this. Cure badge, recover a few HP each turn, that's useful. Big POW badge, get a great when using an attack item and temporarily power up. Boost defense. Come on back. Yeah, no. I don't grind for no reason, right? If there's like a super boss that I somehow want to kill, then sure. But in RPG quests, I usually don't go like if let's say you hit level, 60-ish to beat the main boss, and then you need to grind to like basically 99 to defeat like a super boss. I'm not gonna go through that much effort. Ever. Pocket chomp and trampoline. Some new bro items soon. What do these peppers do? Boost power briefly. It's probably useful for like boss fights. I wonder if that like boosts the power of bro items too. Back at last. So you've got your hands on some Cobalt Star Shards, 2 of them. I also have a picture that Toad named Toadbird drew prior to his memory being ratified. That looks to be a sketch of the Shrew Princess attacking Princess Peach. Yes, Princess Peach is holding off the alien scourge with the Cobalt Star, but as we know, Princess Peach lost this battle, and the star shattered into fragments. How did this all happen? Was the Cobalt Star alone not enough to win the day? Or did something unexpected and just plain awful happen? Anyhow, it hardly matters. You just find those time holes and collect Cobalt Star shards. Oh, and that reminds me, new time holes appeared on the 3rd floor of the castle. Our readings indicate this particular time hole is a direct link to Peach's castle. Fortunately, the castle is under guard by the shrews. You boys can't get inside. So it looks like you'll have to just concentrate on gathering Cobalt Star shards for now. Time for some annoying princess. Look up, Elderby. Guess we'll get the dash move now. Yeah, exactly. Let's be more original if we wish to please the princess. Righto, off we go. My spine! Oh, the pain! How about it, princess? Having a ball now, no? I dare say this is the oddest thing I've done in my life. Definitely dead now. Good thing toads are... I don't know, are they vertebrates? Do they have spines? Was that you say, Old Bean? I wish to learn our move. I'll be chuffed to teach you, of course, but Elderby may have reached his limit. No cause for alarm. I'm right as rain. Absolute rubbish, Old Bean. Look, you've a bristle in your britches. Urgh, rally, ho! For the sake of the princess, I will gladly sacrifice this old body. Come, masters. I did this the bros ball. Why, you ask? Because you're bros and you form a ball. It's rather rigorous. It requires flexibility, endurance, courage, and a bit of an open mind. Master Mario initiates this particular move, so if you will... Let's get down to brass tacks, and please, sirs, do keep the jokes to yourselves, First, press R to change Master Mario's icon to the Bro Ball's icon. Then press A and you'll curl into a giant ball. Capital. Not at all odd. Yeah, totally not odd at all. Now then. Use directional pad to roll the ball in question you wish to travel. It's quite academic. Only about like a ball's faster than walking, I should say so. And hills? Well, you'll zip right up them. It's simply brilliant. Have at it, sirs. That looks so uncomfortable. Whee! Another thing, when you're in ball form, you can roll under low ceilings. Find your height keeping you from proceeding, try rolling into a ball form, You think, crawling would be easier? Yeah. Mario and Luigi are Sonic now, apparently. Gotta go fast. Absolutely top-notch. Trust you'll use this technique to your advantage. Spin dash, go! This technique would make getting up those long stairs to the viewing platform a snap. I do recall a new time hole appearing on the viewing platform, My advice is that you investigate immediately. Another thing, it's Bro Ball's technique. I have a feeling you might be able to do more than roll about. Perhaps you should spin things. I concur. I believe there may be something on the first floor to test your theory. Yes, that's it. I'm certain you can test your spinning abilities there. challenge yourselves to innovate, sirs. Use this and other skills creatively. I mean, Samus turns into a small ball, so it doesn't break every bone in her body. How does that even work? Not Sonic, Samus. How does Samus not, like, break every bone in her body when she, like, goes into morph ball form? Must be some magical technology. She should be very dead. A remix of the underground theme. Doo 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 doo. Do, 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 do.
Oh no!
Did I not jump on that Goomba? Max mushroom.
Let's go. Okie dokie.
I'm pretty sure you would be completely dead if you compress into the size of a morph ball. Like, the morph ball is, like, isn't that much bigger than her head. Like, where the rest of her organs go. Really, it's some sort of, like, some sort of wormhole technology that sends her, like, actual body into another dimension or something like that as she turns into this ball. Oh, 32. That was good. Hey, Panna Cotta. It's going great. Problem right now is there's like too many places to go.
Let's go.
We got this underground area. We got like the time hole at the top of those stairs. We got the actual time hole we need to go to. It's like, go everywhere. It is. Right now it's basically between Gothic, and Gothic. People really wanted me to play some Eurojank.
Let's go. Okie dokie.
Well, let's just say she's very flexible. Gymnasts are like really jealous of her. What? How'd you get in there?
Let's go. Okie dokie.
God, no. I'm pretty sure games are coming up faster than I can beat them. I mean, there will be a point if they stop making physical releases, which, I mean, this generation there, especially on Nintendo's side, I mean, there's no physical releases on Nintendo's side. Everything is game key cards. Although I'm sure, like, maybe the new Fire Emblem might be an actual cart. But it's gonna be less and less physical releases. So there will be a point where there's just, you know, there's a quote-unquote end to physical releases. But at that point, I could always just say, all right, I'm gonna add digital releases starting at this point. So, you know, until they stop making console games or consoles, period, I don't think there's gonna be an end to RPG Quest. Means I can finish the challenge. Yeah, I'm not finishing the challenge anytime in the far future.
Let's go. Okie dokie.
This was never a challenge that was meant to be beaten. You know, this is just like one of those things that just lets me play all these games that I've wanted to play. I'm definitely not doing this to beat all the RPGs.
Let's go. Okie dokie.
No, I don't count game key cards as physical releases. Obviously, like any sort of code in a box are not physical releases. For me, a physical release would be, even then, like, you know, I'd say like a physical release would be a game that has the game on the disc. But there's a lot of cases where that's not a thing, even on on stuff like PlayStation 4 and 5, where you basically just get like an installer on the disc which downloads the game. Once those servers go down, that disc is useless, right? So I don't know if there's like a list out there where, you know, because, you know, it's just a matter of time. And yeah, there's that too, right? Or the game like might be on quote unquote the disc, but you basically have to download like pretty much the entirety of the game because there's like some game breaking bugs after the game went live, right? So it might not even be playable on the disc. Yeah, like for Switch 2, the vast majority of Switch 2 games are game key cards. As far as I'm aware, there's no exclusive RPGs. The only RPG on the system right now that has like a like full game on the disc is the Cyberpunk 2077. Most of the games are either like games that are on Switch 1 cards with like Switch 2 download codes, or just game key cards, right?
Let's go. Okie dokie.
Are we going to see like a drive on the PlayStation 6? You know, PlayStation 5 might be the last Sony system has a drive, and obviously Microsoft isn't going to have a drive in their next generation Xbox. Someone's going to be digital only 100%. So definitely we're nearing the end of physical releases. I'm pretty sure. Where's this one go? Toad Town. I don't want to go like completely off the beaten path at this point. Okay, well, we can't go here anyways. It's good. Yeah, and Nintendo is by far the company that shuts down their servers the fastest. So like, how long after the Switch 2 becomes like not their primary console before they shut down the servers for the Switch 2, and and those game key cards are literally just useless, right? Like 5 years, 10 years at the most. Unless the Switch 3 is fully like 100% backwards compatible, which means they're gonna keep it around for a while. Good. Go. Yeah, exactly. I mean, nowadays, for the most part, yeah, you only get the media in the case. It's very rare you get anything other than just the media in the case now. Long gone are the days of manuals. Unless you get like a special edition that comes with like an art book or something like that. You're basically getting nothing else with your case. So yeah, they're pretty much just basically like an installer on a small installer on a disc. That's all you get. The stack of cases does pleasure me. It pleasures me very much. Oh, I guess this is where we use the beans. How do we get that bean right there? I have boredom. Guests. Now I have fury. I say to you, welcome. Welcome to Fawful's Bean and Badge. Yeah, some games have like a one-page manual or something like that. Like just to say, but very, very uncommon. This place, beans are like precious treasures, milk from the famous cow made of jewels. All those who come with beans leave with badges so rare they make mustaches droop into disbelief. What? Story of Fawful? Their words are not beans. I am not wanting them. You're like brainless cats that you're too dumb to know whether you're stupid. You have curiosity. Well, the big problem with digital is you don't own any of that media. Like at any time, the company could just take it away from you. With physical, you own the media. So that's the biggest problem with digital. I mean, there's a lot of cases where the game gets unlisted because you have a lot of licensing things, right? Once a company loses the license, that game they can't sell that game anymore. So with digital releases, that game's gone for good. Like sure, a lot of times if you previously purchased it, you can re-download it. It might be available, until that store, ever eventually shuts down. But there are some cases where that's not even a thing. Like if the company loses the license of the game, you can't even download it anymore, right? So with the physical release, they can't take that away from you, even if they lose the license. That disc still has the game on it. So there's a lot of weird, stupid things with digital releases. Exactly. Yeah, anything with a license tied to it, and not necessarily like a movie license, but even like stuff like books or even just different, not necessarily an IP, but even just like technologies, they might get delisted because that company doesn't have rights to the license after a certain amount of time, right? Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I mean, GOG will probably eventually die, and it's not like you have every game available in GOG, so... I mean, there's obviously, like, movements out there to preserve this digital stuff, but getting it, quote unquote, legitimately, it's not a thing you can do anymore after those things get delisted. Well, my tail's too long, so it makes babies old and hairy, lips grow gray with aging. You dare hear? Sure. Now then, you listen. I am here, merchant of badges, only sometimes with fury, but I once had fury at all times. I drizzled rage dressing on the country next door. Rage dressing on salad of evil. Let's put this on the screen. And then the bad men came, red and green bad men. I had the punishment. Bad punishment with hammers and jumping on my head and overheat of my ship. I have a little fury even with my remembering. Red and green, pair of jumping hammers in red and green who are looking like you. I have fury. Brothers of badness, my brain aches at their overalls. I have fury and headache now. Awful would be here, raining over all and laughing at you, but no. So much fury. Stupid mustaches, hair like the dirty tail of horses in a barn built by a farmer who was crazy. God, this dialogue hurts my brain. Well, if anything, oftentimes the physical releases goes on sale well before the digital releases. A lot of times, like, there's still some digital releases that are like 10 years old and they're still a full retail price because the company doesn't give a damn and doesn't lower the prices, right? Versus physical releases, you have companies clearing, like the retailers clearing them out so you can get them on like a good discount, even though the digital release is still a full retail price, so... Well, Epic has so much money. I doubt they'll be going on there anytime soon, but I mean, I'm sure Fortnite's not doing as good as it used to. And how much money do they spend on trying to get the Epic Game Store up and going there, try to compete with Steam? Like, they probably spent so much money. All those free release, all those free games and everything. I have come. Oh my God, he's stripped naked. I am waiting like an elevator. I have the commerce. I run Fawful's bean and badge, but the day comes soon when Fawful rises again, and then no baby's candy has safety. I'm counting chickens before there are even eggs, for the chickens are even chickens. I will have fury. Yeah, does anybody ever buy anything at the Epic Game Store? I think any, I'm sure 99.9% of people that use the Epic Game Store use it for the free games and that's it. I don't think anybody ever, spent money on that thing. I laugh at defeat. Your physical releases with Talia Ryza, probably paid half retail. Digital copies cost the same as release. Yeah, exactly. That's the biggest issue with digital. Like sometimes the companies will put them on sale, but they have there's no real reason for them to do so. They can just keep it at full retail price for as long as they want. But 2 games, what? Were they the games that were like a year exclusive when they were doing that for a while? They haven't done that for a bit. Probably cost them too much to do so. Brain Rot Characters DLC, yeah. Exclusive to the store, okay, that makes sense. Yeah, I'm sure that helped them a little bit with those year exclusives, but as far as I'm aware, they definitely don't do that anymore because it's so expensive to do. But you gotta give those companies a boatload of money to make it exclusive. We're talking millions of dollars to do that. Tongue. All made by AI, I believe it. Oh, fight with rage. That's what the kids like nowadays. Just brain rot shit. I hurt your faces. Okay, can this guy just let us spend our beans now? F. Did I have an insanity? Did I have evil? I suppress the fury, but sometimes the fury has me. Red and green puts the fog of rage in my eyes. My mind goes crazy. Please, I will be fine. No worrying for Fawful. We talk of beans. Beans and badges. We begin trading. What are you wanting? Alright. Switch back. Well, wait, what we got? Ulti free badge. No matter how many attack items you use, your stock always stays the same. That's interesting. It's unlimited. So at that point, you might as well just use your attack items all the time. Treasure badge. Beat enemies with items and get the items they were using. Beat enemies with items and get the items they were using. I mean, how many enemies are quote-unquote using items? Could increase coins received when you defeat enemies with attack items. So many of these are like, you gotta kill them with attack items, Yeah, like greatly increased experience received when you defeat enemies with attack items. Like, they really want you to use attack items in this game. Increase all damage, both given and received. Increase damage power when jumping onto an enemy to initiate battle. Possibly defeat enemy when initiating battle with a hammer strike. Increase the power of the first attack used in battle. This one could be useful. I kind of want to save up with this one. We're not that far. We're at 69 beans already. Nice. We're not that far from getting the ulti free badge. Although I don't know if these are... I don't know if these actually use up the... Like, maybe these are just, like, once you find this many, you have access to all of these kind of thing. Castle viewing platform. New path where you're finding a new path of doom. I think there was a save point nearby. This one over here. Kids love the brain rot animals, yeah. It's kind of scary with... I mean, we're probably not going to be around, but... Like in like 2 generations from now, like when that stuff is just becomes the thing, like those generations are gonna be like doomed, man. Oh, they're limited, so you have like a static amount on the ground. So that's why I'm thinking those, like, since every one of those items is just a nice even like number of beans. I'm thinking maybe it's, let's say you have like 70 beans, you can get like everything from 70 down to 0. Oops. Damn it. Press the wrong button. It's awful. Let's find out. Okay, so it does use up your beans. So I might as well just save up. So we're not that far from getting the ulti free badge. I can just go all out in every battle. Like, just always use items. But I'm assuming it's only for like the one person who has this badge on. I mean, this one chance badge could be useful too. It greatly increases the power of the first attack used in battle. I mean, I'm sure we'll definitely get... let's just see how much this actually increases the damage. Yeah. No, it's just everywhere, and like, it's impossible to... You can't put the genie back in the bottle, you know what I mean? biggest problem with AI. Yes, it does. I mean, AI companies are like absolutely like just hemorrhaging money, but you know the damage is already done. Even if like every one of those big AI companies goes under, you're still gonna have like all this stuff out there that's, you know, it's never going to be back to the way it was, right? Which sucks for like a lot of like artists and stuff like that, like any sort of creative industries that, you know, for all intents and purposes, all their, it's probably a lot harder now to get work in those industries. It's like, oh, AI can do it for a lot cheaper.
Let's go. Okie
Yeah. It's gonna be interesting. Luckily, we're not gonna be around to see it probably, but we might see like kind of the might see some stuff in our lifetimes, but I imagine like, you know, like 50 years in the future, it's probably gonna be like quite a bit different. I think if I went to that bottom place, I think I did. I want to make sure I didn't miss any grates. This one looks suspicious, like this area here. There's gotta be something here, like there's nothing here, so... This one doesn't have water coming out of it. Alright. Back up we go. Boom, boom, boom. Still can't do anything here. We can't spin across that. We need like a... There's either going to be like a stronger version of the spin dash, or a way of getting like a tornado there to go across that gap. Usually somewhere in between. Like I play these games blind, so there's so getting 100% is basically not feasible going in blind. But I try to do as much in them as I can. Like I try to collect as much of the stuff as I can completely blind. But yeah, 100% completion is not going to happen. And certain things like, let's say post-game stuff, like I'll usually attempt, especially if it's easy to access. But if, let's say you beat the game and you're like level 60 and then to do post-game you need to be like level 99, you have to grind for like 20 hours. I'm not going to do that. That's too much for me. Or like, you know, here's an optional 100 floor dungeon, you know, something like that. Like those ones I'll I'll usually not do. But most of the stuff I try to do. I got hitting those edges. Oh, come on. Got it. Yeah, exactly. Some games I'll definitely go above and beyond. Great example is Xenoblade Chronicles, right? When I played that, I mean, I basically practically did everything. The exception is like the super bosses, like those ones, like I attempted them, but in order to take those out, you'd have to get like a very specific set of gems, which would require a lot of grinding to do, and it's like no, not worth it at that point. But pretty much everything else I got like 100%. Yeah, so that's the problem with those Tales, like the Tales of games usually to do New Game Plus stuff. First of all, New Game Plus is something I rarely ever do. There's some small exceptions, but most of the time I won't do New Game Plus. But even like post-game stuff, like Tales often have like, once you reach the last save point in the final dungeon, you can like reload that save and then go to like this optional dungeon that has like super bosses and stuff. But that one usually you need to do a lot of grinding to be able to kind of take that stuff on. So that stuff is usually like I'll attempt it, but in order to beat it, it's just too much extra stuff. I'm not gonna spend an extra 20 hours try to do this optional content, right? I mean, for Kingdom Hearts 1, I platinumed back in the day, so when I played it again for RPG Quest, I didn't feel like I needed to do those. But usually for stuff like super bosses, I'll attempt it. If I can, there things I know the existence of. If it's something that's like completely hidden and you have to do some like weird stuff in order to even access, I'm probably not going to run into it to begin with. Yeah, and anything that needs like special preparation to take on, that takes a lot of extra time, it's just not feasible. Especially since I'm, playing a lot of games, so I'm definitely not going to spend an extra 20 hours more than I have to in a game. Yeah. Yeah. For Saga Frontier, I did that, and then when I got to Unlimited Saga, it's like, nah, I'm good. One scenario was enough for me in Unlimited Saga. And in Romancing Saga 2, or Romancing Saga, I was like, alright, I'm good with one. Yeah, exactly. Like anything that's just an extra challenge, like beyond the scope of the main game, I'll attempt, but I'm not going to go completely out of my way to do these extra challenges. Unless like I absolutely love the game and I feel like I'm good for, like I feel fine with grinding for an extra 20 hours, but odds are I'm not gonna spend that kind of time. Like for like Parasite Eve, I did the Chrysler Tower, so that's New Game Plus, but the main game on that one was like 8 hours long, so it's like, all right, only spend 8 hours, I might as well do the New Game Plus stuff, right? If you have a game that takes you, 60 plus hours to beat, I'm probably not going to spend an extra 20 hours to do the post-game stuff.
Wow, mamma mia!
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it's too much. Exactly, yeah. Is that too, yeah. Usually I don't want to... Once I hit credits in the game, I don't want to, like, come back to the game later. So yeah. So usually, yeah, I'll... If it's early enough, but obviously if it's near the end of the day, I'm not gonna... Like, odds are I'm not gonna come back to the game. Like I said, some exceptions, like Xenoblade Chronicles, like I did the... I was playing the Definitive Edition, so I played the... that future connected or whatever additional story. So that's like quote unquote post game or an extra epilogue. But, you know, that game was so good, right? And I wasn't going to, like, skip this extra content. Or so, stuff like that where it's, like, an extra story. Or, you know, if I play stuff like, you know, the Elder Scrolls games, like when I played Morrowind, I had the Game of the Year edition, I had the extra DLC stuff. So, you know, those areas I'm gonna do that extra content. I'm gonna do that extra story stuff. But it's not like post-game extra grinding, it's just some additional stuff you can do on the side, right? Your zaps are all wet. Pulse into the dome's front door, and you're sure to get spotted and carted away lickety-split. There's an easy way to win, yeah. There's that too, right? The internet exists, so there's usually a way of cheesing these bosses. This is the desert. And this cacti. What, remember me, huh? See the Koopa Chronicles. Reporter Doll again has got you all goofy, does it? That's right, Kylie Koopa has got your number. Hopefully Kylie Koopa isn't the one getting us wet. No time to chat. I got a hunch this story's gonna be bigger than Yoshi's Island's hoo-ha. Here's the scoop. Princess Shroob's gonna be arriving here any minute now. Oh, you figured it out yourself? Yeah, that's even better. Like, sometimes, it depends on the super boss, right? You might have games where you have, like, you know, you have a save point right next to the super boss, so you can do multiple attempts on this boss fairly easily, but then you have games where they do some annoying shit, like make it so you have a save point at the beginning of the dungeon, and then you fight the super boss at the end, but there's no save point there, so you fail that, you have to redo the dungeon. Like, games like that is like, no, I'm good. So that one definitely, like, punishes you for not, you know, knowing how to beat this boss in the first attempt. Big to-do celebrating the conquest of the Mushroom Kingdom. That's just the fries, boys. There's the burger. Some other princess types coming too. My sources indicate the other damsel likes pink, and she may be royalty of some sort. What? Princess Peach? Dolls they're bringing here is Princess Peach. Yeah. I mean, the thing with those games too is that, you know, odds are people who have played the game before want, you know, an extra challenge, right? So those bosses are usually designed for those, for people who just want to replay the game with an extra challenge, which is fine. But going into those fights blind, especially, requires a lot of just like specific setups and stuff like that. It's just, ugh, I'm good. Oh yeah, and stuff like time skip and stuff like that, and difficulty modes you can change, etc. So definitely make it easier, but and of course extra content. Princess Peach came up here and then time doohickey and got pinched with the Princess Shroob. Gotta get this straight. They're snooping about trying to rescue the adult Princess Peach. Sounds like balloon juice to me, fella. What would a scooped beef if it was on the level? You like Scooby-Dooing over there? How about you then? You need to get into the dome so you can nab the princess, right? Well, where on the street is there's supposed to be a secret entrance around here. Word on the street ain't so specific though, so I don't know what's whereabouts. You're not getting in through here regardless. You gotta find that secret entrance. Here's the only dirt I got. The entrance is connected somehow to 4 desert statues. Now knuckle down and find that entrance, you big lug. Got some sleuthing of my own to take care of. Good luck, Whiskers.
Luigi!
Oh yeah, for sure. Yeah, battles where you fight the boss and then it's like, alright, well clearly this isn't working, so I gotta do this stuff, and that stuff is fine. Like, I don't expect to be able to, like, defeat a boss in the first attempt. As long as the game makes it so you can replay the boss fairly easily. If you have a game with a 15-minute long cutscene that's unskippable before a boss fight, first of all, what the hell were they thinking? And second of all, you know, you don't want to be redoing that boss fight more than like once or twice. Like I remember the boss fight in like in Final Fantasy Crystal Chronicles was like that. Like a really long unskippable cutscene. The boss was tough. That was a slog to get through. We did.
Let's go. Okie dokie.
Yeah. Thank God that's something that they don't really do nowadays. But back in the PS2 era, they wanted you to watch that scene because they spent a lot of time and money on that scene, so you better damn watch the scene multiple times. Oops. That was annoying. Let's go while leaving the room. After the third or fourth time, though, you're done. Yeah, I never understood why they thought that was a good idea. Assuming I want to jump on these things. Don't take any damage. Clearly, I want to be using my hammer, though. Yeah, a lot of modern JRPGs add some sort of speed up things in turn-based. It's really nice. It's like 2-3 times speed,
No.
especially if you're playing the game like multiple times. Like, obviously the Trails of games are a good example of that. Well, yeah, most final bosses are like that. If you fail at any phase, you have to restart the whole thing. That's pretty standard. And yeah, unskippable cutscene before the boss just makes it so much worse. Of course, most modern games, if you fail the boss, be like, retry the boss. It doesn't even like reload the game. You just retry that boss again, right? Tactically pissing. Unless you drink a lot of water, though. Let's give him some defense, I guess. Alright, don't give me a 1. There's only like 1-1 in the entire thing. Let's go for HP, I guess. 6. I haven't played Bravely Default short of the demo, but I hear that that one's pretty good in terms of like pacing and stuff like that.
Let's go. Okie dokie.
Xbox icon, where? Sure. It's probably the best thing to use here is the green shell. Wow. You know, I've been playing this a little too long when... Wow. Damn it. I am doing horrible. Stop growing segments. Yeah, that's what I mean. I've definitely played some games where you have to redo the entire dungeon if you failed the final boss. Yeah, it definitely was. I mean, especially in the earlier eras of consoles, I mean, that was one way to pad out the game time, right? If your game was only, like, 10 hours long, well, you gotta make it 20 hours long somehow. So it's super common in, like, the 8-bit, especially the 8-bit console era. 16-bit, they started getting more memory, so it was less common that they do shit like that, but... I mean, hell, I'm getting there in 3 seconds, unless I need to deposit the babies there, and then...
Let's go. Okie
Yeah, exactly. I mean, nowadays, games are already, like, 60-plus hours long, so there's zero need to do stuff like that anymore. Yeah, some games can definitely be broken, especially with crafting systems. Mystery of the Gritzy Desert by Unknown Guy. Desert sentinels face each other, waiting to be linked by beams of light. A pair must stand by each statue to open its eyes. One pair jumps quickly in ordained order. The second pair follows suit, also jumping in order. That's the legend. There is to be a hint as how these distant statues are to be connected. I would assume these statues looking up and down could be connected similarly. Oyster clam. This is gonna be fun. Run away! My money!
Let's go. Okie
It's cheating. god. Yeah, thankfully, you know, the Disgaea-like games I played had like a main story that is very digestible. But hey, you wanna spend another 500 hours in the game? Here you go. Thank God that's not a required part of the game. Yeah, pretty much. Well, I'm not sure, but I don't think 5 or 6 hours, not that short, but it's definitely like a 20-ish hour game if you just do the main story stuff. Yeah, you want to go deep into the item world and fight those super bosses, you're going to be spending at least a couple hundred hours. You have to really like your game.
Let's go. Okie dokie.
Level mage and blast 9 tile spells, yeah. I mean, sure, there's ways of like grinding efficiently in that game, but I did enough grinding back in the day that I don't feel like I need to do that to play games anymore.
Let's go. Okie dokie.
Tutorial map and max enemy level and 10 character stack on monster on top. Yeah, there's always ways of breaking those games. Once you know the way, it's like, alright. Now just to do this like hundreds of times.
Let's go. Okie dokie.
Oops. Alright, so if it's a fish, don't jump. You're jinxing me when I play Final Fantasy 3. I'll get to it and be like, shit, I gotta redo the boss fight again. But I'm sure I'll do like a whole bunch of grinding before I get there. It'll be a while before we reach Final Fantasy 3. Unless I roll like Well, I guess there's the... Like, how different is the DS version over the OG? I mean, there's obviously the OG one with the pixel remasters, but... Onto the ball cannon to the right and be sent for a high-flying ride. Yeehaw! Oh, you gotta find the switch and have something in the cannon to fire it. Haven't played much of the 3D one, so we played the OG one only.
Let's go. Okie
So annoying. You shouldn't be able to like, grow more than like one segment per turn. Okay, so you two can eat shit. Yeah. Saga Zero kind of sucks. But 3 is definitely one. It's probably the one I've never really played. I think I remember trying the fan translation of the Super Famicom one once. Got maybe like half an hour into it. It's like, all right, I'm good. Moved on, never looked back. Absolutely, we need to just use the cannon here. So how do we get up here? Definitely too far for the babies. Oh yeah. Well, Phoenix Downs weren't exactly a common item until like Final Fantasy IV. Final Fantasy I didn't have Phoenix Downs at all. Any sort of way of reviving your dudes short of going back to town. I remember what Final Fantasy II had. The fact that you even got anything. Ba-bombs.
Let's go. Okie
Look at chump. Yeah, Sega games definitely punish you for over-leveling. That it is.
Let's go. Okie
Yeah, one definitely. Phoenix Downs were not a thing in Final Fantasy 1. At least the original one. Remember they added them to the remasters? Probably did. Yeah. They had a lot of stuff. Yeah, but Japan, it's the read. What are you playing today? SMZ3. SMZ3. Let's give him some stash points. Now look at it. 5 I'll take. Yahoo! How's the stream, RPG Pin? Randomizer? Nice. Yeah, let's give him some speed. I'm gonna get a 1 guaranteed. I'll take a 4. The Wonder Swan. Isn't the Wonder Swan one the one that they base the GBA ones off of? Dawn of Souls.
Let's go. Okie dokie.
Sorry, don't jump with those. Yeah, the PlayStation 1 was a nice balance of the OG like magic systems and stuff, and OG systems with some quality of life stuff, and of course, you know, it's like a cleaner looking game. I thought they're like, all right, let's just make magic completely like super easy. You know, these things, they only had like 9 uses max in the previous game. Yeah, now you can just use as many as you want. Wonder Swan keeps the spell slots? Yeah. Oops. Ultra drop. Yeah. It was a nice balance. Or my laser. Can't get up there. Yeah, exactly. You're gonna have to go back to like the church.
Mamma mia.
Yeah. It's like, oh no, my battery's about to die. Well, I guess I just lost all my progress. The PSP have them? Yeah, the extra dungeon was kind of meh. Kind of weird they didn't add them to the Pixel remasters. Like, there is no definitive edition. Square refuses to make definitive editions for its, like, Final Fantasy games. It's like, what, you want the after years in your Final Fantasy IV? Not in the Pixel remasters, you don't. You want the extra dungeons added in the GBA version of these games? Nope. At least it's content, you know, for people who want that stuff. It's just weird they just didn't include them in there. Like, would have been that much harder for them to include them. Alright, let's not fight these guys with these babies. It's a bad idea. My money. Yeah, the after years, yeah, definitely is. I will.
Let's go.
Unfortunately. Gotta experience the jank. I mean, wasn't it like originally like a mobile thing that they added? Was it the Wii? Got it. Yeah, makes sense. And then they released it with the game, I guess, for the PSP. Well, for me, it's always going to be Final Fantasy. I mean, the older Final Fantasies. Like, the last Final Fantasy game I basically, like, beat was Final Fantasy X. I never beat 12, 13, 15, I never even touched 15 or 16, really. So, old school Final Fantasies. For Final Fantasy IV, the Final Fantasy the most heart, had absolutely no heart whatsoever. I was always interested in that. I'd love to have Final Fantasy IV with no heart. Sounds amazing. Let's come here with the babies.
Let's go. Okie dokie.
Press the button just as each row lands to jump as far as possible. Well, it does if you miss your jumps. Or if that's like, or if that's like an unlimited thing, like as long as you keep hitting the jumps if he ever catches up. Because he's trying to be nice and not attack his buddies. I wonder what the baby adds to that. Maybe the baby just adds additional dudes that are running around, which probably makes it much harder. Because when you only have Mario and Luigi, you're just looking at the color. You have baby Mario and baby Luigi thrown in there. Jeez. Good luck. Shots are part of a union. Bowser get really mad at him. Yeah, 100%. Bone Washer. Thanks to the raid. That was Breath of Fire. Is it very fiery? Shadows dominate this realm in numbers. Raid. That was boff. How was my least favorite Breath of Fire, not counting 5?
Let's go.
Hey, Owen. For me, it was the reverse. I didn't play as a child, but man. Here's what I hated. I think there's a bunch of things that annoyed me about that game. Obviously, like, so many different mini games that were just pointless. I think there was a lot of dungeons where you're forced to use like specific characters, which kind of made it annoying. I mean, it did that with a bunch of the Fire Emblems, but that one was just egregious. But at least it's no Breath of Fire 5. The game's so bad it killed the series. Well, not counting the mobile one, which absolutely killed the series, but... Before, I definitely enjoyed. You need to bring back Breath of Fire. Not that they would ever have a chance of bringing that back, I don't think. Can't go that way. Yeah, it's nice at least. Yeah. Yeah, that's the biggest problem with Dragon Quarter. The fact they called it Breath of Fire. Yeah, it's a good game for people who like those kind of games. I'm not a big fan of those, but it's definitely not a Breath of Fire game. It's like, hey, let's add Ryu and Nina. Let's just call these characters Ryu and Nina. People won't know. Yeah, 1 and 2 I enjoyed. They're definitely products of their time. They're not like, you know, the best RPGs of the era, but they definitely had some enjoyable aspects. Oops. bring the babies over here so we can get this seed over here? I haven't seen a warp pipe.
Let's go. Okie dokie.
I won't be getting too much experience with just, you know, half the team because the other one's missing out. The OG game disc, nice. It's the only way to do it. Gotta play with the glorious load times. Makes it so much better. See a way of bringing the babies here. There's that door north of us once we find a way to get through those doors, but until then. Alright, thanks again for the raid. Have a fantastic night. I believe I can fly. Oops. Did I not like hit that tornado? It was like right on top of it. How do I walk back? I could just use that pipe there to get back to the babies. Or have the babies hit that pipe. Tornado. Hate fighting those cacti. Those cactuses are so annoying. How do we get to that pipe to the west of us? Let's get path that way. Oh, right here. I don't know about soon, but I don't know what game I'll be on when I reach it. I'll probably hit it in the middle of Gothic. Yeah, at this point it's just another number. Such a weird look. What? Imagine having to be the one animating that. Even have a diagonal version, which is surprising.
Let's go.
Oops. Okay, I totally jumped on that guy's head there. My back hurts just looking at that. I was gonna say, like, where's my hammer? I don't have the babies with me. Secret genes. Genes that somehow make the wearer appear more mature. So gain a bunch, or a little bit of defense, a lot of speed, and a little bit of stash. This is my HP gain. It's probably worth it.
Let's go.
I hate these enemies. Oh god, two of them? Fuck. Why does it have to be two of them? It's the worst enemies. I hate when they're like at the front of the line too. It doesn't give you anywhere near as enough time to like to get ready for the kicking. Damn it. So we'd like paralyze them there, but how was I even supposed to dodge that? There's no way in hell I would have been able to jump that. Damn it, every time. Like, you should not be able to, like, get that many, segments in one go. Big Bro's got quite a bit ahead there in experience. Those extra encounters we did.
Let's go. Okie
Once you get smacked, it's really hard to come back there. Someone's gonna get hit. So that should hit multiple segments off. Back to all segments. I mean, the only way of defeating this guy is having, like, whoever's faster, aka Mario. They use this shell and have Luigi, like, use his hammer and hope that he, stuns him or something. Better, you know, get good with the shell and actually, like, one-shot him. No ones in the HP. I guess we'll go with the HP. And close eyes. I'll take a 5. It's not a 2. So like 5 and 6 only in HP. Didn't really want. Is there even any 5s there, or is that just pure 6s? Okay, there's definitely a 5 in there. There's no 1s in power, so... which means we'll get a 2. I'll take a 5. More power, more power! Game really wants me to take HP there. Getting low on regular shrooms. Got a bunch of super mushrooms though. Where are you going, son? You want to move on? You gotta play a timed game, or have to play a timed game. You gotta hit the block that'll appear beyond that wall over there. 4 times runs out. You get it done, son. I'll let you pass as an official desert perimeter runners. So we'll have to use the rolling. If you touch any of the sides, it'll... any of the cactuses, you'll turn back in normal form. I do. I got a bowl. Too bad it's too high for the babies. I did. He spilt the beans. Easy peasy. Remember the guy at the first game? Vaguely. boy, you boys are a sight, no doubt about it. Y'all are desert perimeter runners. Go on and pass. Bye, y'all. Now we can get those beans that we weren't able to get over here.
Let's go. Okie dokie.
I did. Thought it was a jump there. Didn't realize it was a hammer. Still so many enemies in this area.
Let's go. Okie dokie.
And started avoiding. Oh yeah. Speak was still a thing in 2005? Of course it was. I mean, they were obviously using it, like, tongue-in-cheek here. I don't know if it was, like, commonly used. Other than just memes at this point. Great, using an attack item and temporary power-up. I'm wondering if we use this on like a baby and like we've got the baby's piggyback, does that affect like the brother? Have to test it. It should be obvious because it should be like a buff. Like when those I bought those bowl things there. How do we get to these things? I don't see any way of getting to the top of those platforms. There's no ramp that goes up and.
Let's go. Okie dokie.
Let's try it. I don't know if using a fire flower against bombs is a good idea here, but. One damage. I mean, it didn't look like I got buffed there, so I definitely hit great. Nice. He's growing a stash. Great, 1 damage. Two. It's like rolling a 1 on most of the other ones. Yeah, I have no idea how to get to the top of these ones. Must have like a super jump thing at some point. There's a bean on this one. There it is. There's at least one in both maps. I wonder if we have 90 yet. I don't think we're close. 68. I wonder if 99 is the cap for the beans. Probably not. Secret. Alright, let's see if there's a save point inside that dungeon, because I know if I just save there, I'm about to call it a night, but it's like, I'm gonna totally forget I have to, like, climb this thing. It's gonna be a save point as soon as you go into the actual dungeon. Okay, when I hit the multi-hit blocks, I always hit him once, like, oh shit, gotta hit him more than once. Looked like it was a tanuki feather there for a second. It's like, oh man, I got Raccoon Mario. It was like a gigantic arena. Such good music in this. Alright, let's make a save here. And yeah, I think it's a good place to call it there for tonight. We made some pretty good progress. I don't know how far into the game we are, but I mean, we've got, You got 2 of the 5. I don't know if there's 5 or 6 because there's 5 around the outside. I don't know if that's gonna. I don't know if there's a middle piece as well, but hopefully we'll get the third piece very shortly. I just realized Mario's at 2 HP. How the hell is Mario at 2 HP? We'll heal him up once I start. So yeah. So let's go out there for tonight. Thanks everybody for stopping on by. Let's see who's online there we can raid up. We'll be back on tomorrow for standard time, around noon or so. We'll play some more of this. Who's online tonight? Oh, we got Jose on playing some Dark Cloud. He's doing his retro quest where he's playing a whole bunch of PS2 games with retro achievements. He's playing Dark Cloud. It's going to be a fun one to play. So let's rate up hobbies with Jose and we'll go from there. So have a fantastic night, everybody. Let's close the capture for now. And I'll catch you tomorrow for the continuation of this. Bye for now. See you next time.